Airborne Cobra, and today we're going to play one of my favorite games, Wytchwood. I have played this before, but it was years ago, around when it first came out. But without further ado, we are going to get into this. Once upon a time, there lived an odd little witch in an odd little house. She spent most of her days reading to her odd little garden and resting in her odd little chair. On this day, however, her sleep is interrupted by an odd little noise. Bah. You devil. How dare you wake a young lady from her beauty sleep? Ugh. Shoo, shoo. Get out of my house. You mindless beast. You're making a mess. With a swift kick in the rump, you boot the goat through the front door. When did this place get so cluttered? I could have sworn I swept the hearse just yesterday. First things first, my old grimoire must be around here somewhere. Grimoire contains all of your craftable recipes. You can open it at any time by pressing H. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All my recipes are missing. That damn little creature chewed up all the pages of my book. Where's my belt? I need to carry my things if I'm going to confront the beast. I must have left it in that trunk over there. Oof, my poor back. How long was I napping for? A good dose of medicine ought to soothe these aching bones before I head outside. At least I still have the recipe for my mending poultice. You step outside into the human marsh, and immediately you stub your toe on a twisted root. Ouch! Close your eyes for a wink, and the next thing you know, the whole yard's gone to the weeds. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear braying through the dense bramble. Where'd that cross-eyed Billy get to? He could at least put those gnashers to good use on this lawn. Is that all you've got to say for yourself? Bah. The goat coughs up a disgusting hairball. Ah, yes, hello. Hello? Can you hear me now? Apologies. It's been so long since I've used a mortal vessel. Ugh. There's dirt in its mouth. You can talk? Of course I can talk. Has your mind become so filled with cobwebs that you've forgotten your old friend? You wound me, madam. It's good to see you up and about. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken. Though I suppose time flows strangely in this place. Anyway, I've come to collect. Do you have the amount we agreed upon? Amount? Amount of what? Oh dear. If you really don't remember, we should go over the contract details again. Down there. The goat nods its head towards the ancient stone gateway looming nearby. And just how am I supposed to get through that solid rock? You're the one who sealed it last. Take a closer look, and I'm sure it will come back to you. Don't underestimate your senses, my dear. You may be old, but you can see things others cannot. Hidden weaknesses lie below the surface. Ah, I can see it now. There are shallow runes etched into the surface of the stone, but they are too faint for me to read. A powder of unveiling should do the trick. If you hadn't made a snack of my book, I wouldn't have to retranscribe my recipes. I shall not be held liable for any losses or inconvenience incurred as the result of abysmal possession. By inspecting the objects, creatures, you can learn new recipes for the grimoire. Okay. Oh my good grief. I've had to turn this down 3 times now because... Okay, that is so much better. I can actually hear something. Okay. You smear a handful of the glowing powder onto the runes of the doorway. A cool blue light emanates from the glyphs and envelops the entrance in its aura. You squint, attempting to discern the meaning of the letters. They appear to be in some obscure runic alphabet. What gibberish is this? It looks like it was carved by a frightened hen. It must be written in umbral tongue. Allow me to translate. The goat steps up to the door and pauses. Well, what does it say? The goat swings its shaggy head towards you. Dark, matted wool obscure the creature's beady eyes. I cannot see. Unbelievable. What help are you then? I didn't come here to help. I came to collect. Now, do something about this mop of hair, would you? Fine. I think I have some rusty old shears down in the garden. Which much protesting and a nick to ear, You shear away clumps of dirty hair from the goat's eyes. Ah, much better. Oh my, were you always this grotesque? Or is my memory failing me as well? Watch your tongue, or I'll give it a good snip too. Now, can you read the runes or not? Yes. A space beneath, she sleeps alone. Tokens given up to the unknown. Fires of 4 shall unroot the stone. Braziers burn and await the crone. Crone? What's it calling a crone? And where are these tokens unto burn? Perhaps you have to take a closer look at those braziers. Blue feather, frog slime, shiny stone. Dog hair, bird feather, frog slime, and a shiny stone. I don't suppose you swallowed up any of those things while I was asleep. I don't think so. But feel free to sift through this creature's leavings if you want to be completely sure. However, there's a whole world outside this little swamp, you know. See that gate over there? The one with the lovely green flame? The goat motions to the far side of your yard. I guess a brisk walk in the woods would do these creaky joints some good. Too much time indoors is bad for the humors. Snipping and tearing, your shears make short work of the bramble. You cut your way through the remaining vines and suddenly step onto a cold stone dais. Time seems to flow backwards, or maybe it speeds forwards. An oppressive, star-filled void stretches as far as you can see. There is no wind or sound in this void. A warm fall breeze and the chirping of birds seizes your attention. A doorway. To the forest. Okay. That's right. The woman spins around on her heels so quickly she nearly hits you with her spyglass. Ah, you startled me. Can't you see I'm busy with my scientific research? Research? What is it you're looking for with that contraption? Why, the famed indigo-tufted forest lark. They're said to be native to this forest, and this forest only. Have you seen one, perchance? You glance upwards at the small blue bird perched on top of the oblivious woman's hat. I haven't. Sorry. A shame. Well, it's never too late to open one's eyes to the wonders of the natural world. You never know what you'll discover. She points at a nearby woodland creature, stuffing its cheeks with seeds. Take that squirrel, for example. Spend a few moments watching its behavior, and you'll learn everything you need to know about it. Observation is key. Now, if you don't mind, I wouldn't want to miss making an exciting new discovery. The The bluebird glances vacantly at you before pooping on the brim of the woman's hat. I'll come back to you. Evening, ma'am. Come to check on the battery. I'm afraid I just fired the kilns up, so it'll be a while still. Battery? Bah! I was just admiring that fine canine over there. You point to a scraggly-looking Met patrolling the yard. May I give her a petting? Oh, you can try, but I wouldn't if I value your fingers. She's a touch bitey today, and doesn't much like people going near the ovens. I have a way with animals. Surely I can find something to calm her down. Okay. So we need a morsel. Let's go this way. Oh, hold up. Need a lift cap. Jar of water. But I can craft those. Oh man, oh jeez. Don't know about this. You tap the man's shoulder and he nearly tumbles headfirst into the well. Ugh! What's the matter with you? I could have fallen in. Then perhaps you should have been leaving over the edge, like some wobbly stork. What's so interesting down there anyways? Well, my grandpappy used to tell me that people drop all sorts of treasures down there, just waiting for someone to dig it up. Got myself a trowel, thought I'd give it a go. The rope's out, and it looks awful dark and damp, and get goosebumps just thinking about it. All the ghoulies that might be lurking down there in the shadows. Ever consider that those ghoulies might get goosebumps thinking about you lurking up here in the sunlight? No, not really. I'm not sure if that makes me feel any better about them, actually. Maybe the business of treasure hunting isn't for me after all. Here, why don't you take my trowel? I don't think I'll be needing it. You can go down into the well and see those ghoulies for yourself. Just take it. So well is deep and dark. You might be able to climb down into it. But the rope is long since rotted away. You toss a length of strong homemade rope into the darkness. Seems it should be to support your weight without much fuss. Might as well. Toss it into your chair. Oh. That wants to be left alone. Let us see. Area. So I need to get a jar. Mm. Mm. We can come back later when we either have a key or a way to get the key. Hey, you there. Give me a hand, would ya? With what? You seem to have everything under control. These stumps aren't going anywhere. My darn useless son was supposed to help me. He's wandered off again. Happy to go bother frogs and eat bugs, or some such nonsense. Anyway, I need help clearing away some of these dead logs. It's late in the season and the woods started to rot. Just be careful of the purple mushrooms that sometimes grow inside. They'll make you powerful sleepy if you breathe in the spores. As much as I do love poisonous fungi, I'm not much of a lumberjack. Nonsense. Anyone can experience the joys of splitting a pine stump. Here, my boy won't be missing his hatchet. Oi, lady. What's with the great stinking pot on your head? I would ask the same about all those stinking frogs in your trousers. Aw, you're just jealous. The boy fumbles between trying to wrangle all of his frogs and swiping ineffectively at wayward fireflies with a shoddy-looking bug net. Taking a little more than you can handle, eh? What else are you hoping to accomplish, flailing about like that? Are you daft? My frogs are hungry, so I gotta catch some of these fireflies to feed them. Takes another wild swing, missing his target entirely. Why don't you let me take a few of those frogs off your hands for a moment? That will let you swing the net properly. I want to see how it is you're after me precious prizes. But how about I give you the net, and you catch me some fireflies? Then maybe I'll think about trading you one of my froggies. Well, these hoppers aren't going to stick around with them empty bellies. The faster you catch those fireflies, the faster we can eat. The frogs can eat. The boy shakes the jar, rattling the captured insects like pennies in a piggy bank. Oh, these are nice and juicy. Imagine going to feast tonight. Now, a better deal. I'm going to trade me one of your pets there. What deal? I don't remember making no deal. The frog squirms out of the boy's overalls and pops down by his feet with a wet slap. Dang it, there goes Slippery Pete. He takes a clumsy swipe at the amphibian. The creature squeezes out of his grasp and bounces into the other brush. Aw, shucks. I never liked him anyway. If you can catch him, he's all yours. Come here. frog slime, blue feather, shiny stone, and dog hair. That's all I need for those braziers. I should head back home now. Did it despawn? It might have. Okay. There is your weights and offering. Dog hair. The dog's hair takes a moment to fall from your fingers, fluttering down into the basin one by one. The fur bristles into foul-smelling coils before erupting into a cold green flame. A strong force pulls the feather down into the large basin like a magnet. It bursts into a bright flash of light as cold flames engulf its essence. You gently squeeze the globs of wet slime from your sachet into the basin. The mucus bubbles and pops before cold flames reduce it to a fine odorless sash. You drop the stone into the basin with a resounding chiming sound. Fractures trace upon the pebble before it cracks open, and a cold green light swallows it within its flames. The emerald flames of the brazier play strange shadows across the stone doorway. You watch as fingers of shadow crawl up the rock face, and crack open the solid granite like stale bread. The stone crumbles away into the darkness, revealing a yawning stairway descending down into the cold earth. After you, madam. Encased inside a gilded crystal coffin lies the body of a young woman. Though she sleeps in an enchanted slumber, her ageless features express a deep sadness. The sound of cloven hooves echo against the marble floor as the goat comes to your side. Quite something, isn't she? Do you remember bringing her to me? I brought her to you. Why? Who is she? I haven't the faintest idea. All I know is you brought her lifeless form to my doorstep, begged me to save her soul. Save her from what? And why is she asleep? Why? From the 12 wicked souls you said wronged her in life. Villains who deceived her and cheated her and broke her spirit. And as we agreed, here she was asleep, till our contract is fulfilled, until you bring me those 12 wicked souls. What? I don't remember such contract. Our pact is binding, regardless of what you do or do not remember. At the goat's words, you feel something hard and dark locked away in the depth of your heart. It speaks the truth. And just why should I do your bidding? Seems like a lot of bothersome trouble to me. What do I care about some sleepy beauty? Bring me the 12 souls, and I will release the sleeping maiden from her slumber. Our agreement will be fulfilled. Who knows? In time you may even remember why you brought her to me in the first place. or you can sleepily return to the comfort of your little hovel, where you will waste away until the weeds grow so thick that not even your shears will be able to cut you free, and your mind will stay as empty as the grimoire of yours. But it is a big decision to make so hastily. Why don't you sleep on it? A heavy weight fills your marrow. Your eyelids flutter, barely able to stay open. What have you done to me? I can't stay awake. I will be right back. I need to go get something to drink. Okay, I'm back. Everything is taken care of, so let's continue. Good morning. I trust you've made up your mind. Will you collect the souls I've asked for? Prefer to stay stuck in the festering swamp. Alright. No need to get your horns in a twist. I'll do as you ask. You haven't given me much choice. Splendid. As it happens, we can already sense the first 4 souls we seek. 2 are in the forest, another in the swamp to the north, and the last in the fields to the south. Could you be more specific? Near a shapely stump? Perhaps inside a tree with a face? By an overgrown mushroom grove? What do I look like? A compass? Go out there and look for yourself.